All right, guys. Good morning. Let's uh let's all take a moment and I started this account with $1,000 about 8, 9 trades ago, and we're currently sitting at about 5,000 US dollars, 5,000 USDT. Okay. Um, just so guys can really fully understand the style of trading and the purpose. I mean, I have a big margin account that there's many more commas and decimal, I mean, this is scalping, right? Obviously, I take a lot more trades doing this, but I apply the same principles of my trading style to the scalp account, just on a smaller time frame. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But overall, you can see we've been winning, right? I think 1 or 2 stop losses have been hit the whole, I don't know, a month and a half I've been scalping on this account. So, my coffee ain't as strong this morning as it normally is. I apologize. I have a different brand today, and it's not very good. But, look, guys, with proper risk management, I say everything to say this, right? Like proper risk management, you know, um, proper position sizing. Okay, these are all things that you can learn to do, and regardless of any market, okay, doesn't matter what it's doing, regardless of any market, you can trade and be profitable. Okay, I don't want anybody to ever think that you can't. The other thing is taking 100% of your trades from analyst calls. You know, um, I would recommend going small position sizing when you're trying out a new analyst, right? So if you guys haven't taken a call from someone before, um, go in super light to see how the trade plays out. Don't just say like, "Oh, I'm gonna go like all in on this trade," because like, let's say you put $500 on it and it goes bad and you lose $100. You're like, ah, well, fuck this guy. I lost $100, right? And then the next trade, you only go $10 because you're scared. And then his trade goes to 1,000%. You're like, ah, fuck, I didn't put, and you just keep catching the wrong side because you guys are chasing the trade. You're chasing everything. You're changing all of your parameters every single time you trade, and then you get frustrated. And you're like, man, why does all this keep happening to me? Why does it keep happening to me, right? But it's not happening to you. That's the thing. It's just a market. It's just the market. The market isn't reaching out to slap you. The market doesn't give a shit about you. The market doesn't give a shit about me, to be honest. But if you learn to have a proper risk management style and you learn to have a proper position sizing, okay, and you follow the same boundaries and rule sets trade after trade after trade, you'll be profitable. You just have to have the same rule set and quit fucking around. Okay? That's my advice. That's Texas wisdom for the day. Okay? Alright. We spent 4 minutes on this bullshit. Um, let's get down and dirty on what's going on with the Bitcoins. Okay? So here's a little interesting tidbit of information for y'all. Okay, we were bouncing on this trend line, and although this is a hidden divergence for a lot of people, right? We were bouncing on this trend line. For me, it's a trend line, and I wanted to see when exactly we were going to break. And the reason why I called the shorts that I called is because we tapped the trend line a little bit here. You see that? You see how we wicked into it on the RSI? Well, as soon as I saw that we did that, we had a nice reaction from it. The reaction we got above the median RSI, but price never got above the EMA. Okay. To me, that's a really, really nice bearish indication is when RSI is getting above. Let's see this white line. This is the median RSI. Okay. Price went, ugh. I mean, I'm sorry. RSI went, yeah. And price was like, eh. Right? Look here. Here. Let's see. Were we on a trend line here? No, I don't think so. Price did actually follow here. I mean, we were still bearish because it's just bearish overall. But you see, we're just struggling to break. But this was the strongest bearish indicator because we had such a high rise and we failed to even break the 50 here. So when I saw us doing this, we were here. Remember I called the shorts like here, and then this candle happened right here. This wick scared the shit out of me, so I closed everything because look, I thought that this candle was the beginning of this, okay? Because ETH never really stopped being impulsive all the way down, okay? It never really stopped, guys. There was nothing. It just right? Like, at least Litecoin and Bitcoin had this type of a reaction. This is also why we didn't trade ETH until we got like right here. Late last night before I went to bed, I called a really quick short. I thought we were gonna stop at like 1050. I mean, we're just fucking. This shit's dead, bro. But also indices are fucking dying hard as fuck. So, yeah, we're already at 4.69% there. Where's my NQ at? God damn, 6.3%. Let's fucking go, dude. Can I get a fucking round of applause today, guys? 5.54. I mean, can I get a round of applause? We called a short here on Bitcoin. Literally sniped the fucking top on this bitch. My fucking zone was 2040 to 22, guys. Okay. Sniped the fuck out of that. LTC, I even made it a final adjustment. Now LTC went a bit higher. Not gonna lie, scared the poo-poo out of me. But I still pretty much sniped the fucking top here, guys. Called my LTC short right there. This wick scared. Oh, it was scary. God, I had to raise my stop loss and everything. The original stop loss though was only 54.5, and this went on futures went to like 54.44. I mean, that was nuts, right? That was fucking nuts. But anyways, so we got our shorts. And I know some of you guys are like, man, I wish I would have left runners and this and that. Guys, let me explain something else. I do full close trades, okay? I know the style of like leaving runners, and I've occasionally, if there's an undetermined target zone, we leave some runners, okay? But I much prefer, see, like on this one, my target was 19.4, okay? Right here. And you can see we stalled out at this zone. Okay, we stalled here. Based on the charting that I was able to do from my phone, which is not a lot, I'll get to it all in a second. Based on the charting that I was able to do from my phone, that should have been this 19.4 should have been where we bounced for my, like, just below this. Like, it was like 19.2. Okay, 19.2 was the bounce zone, and you can see it went all the way down to fucking 18.9. Like, it's just leaking, bro. But we should have bounced about in this zone here. Okay. I had even, part of me was wanting to be greedy and call some longs down here, right? Part of me. But I'm gonna remove the box because we're not doing that. I'm glad I didn't, because we would have got completely stopped out. Okay. So it's a good thing I left the longs alone. But we should have taken this full, like, you guys should have been in here to here. I mean, almost 5% unleveraged on a quick little scalp. Like, that's not bad, guys. You know? All right. Let's get into the TA. Um, so here's really the deal. Okay. I know I had these. See, look, I still have my 2 up here to show you guys. So we had a correction proposed up to here. Okay. I mean, we had proposed the correction all the way up here. What ended up happening, and see, originally on these corrections, you would get like an ABC, right? And this is a reasonable target. Okay, this whole zone is a reasonable target for an ABC, and you would see we would kind of do this like, yeah, right? I mean, indices made a real correction, so you guys can see the targets work, right? Like they get hit. Unfortunately for cryptos, this is the second time I had one here, and then we had this one here. This is the second time in a row it just continues to leak down, okay, without doing a full correction. It's giving me a lot of indications that we're just super, super fucking weak in cryptos. But the other problem is this guy right here. This guy is impulsing his life away. Just, right? Fucking brrr. So, we should have, tapped these EMAs. Reached one more time here. Oh, what a stretch, right? That would have been a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we should have leaked our way down for one more and then got the big pop. Okay, that's really kind of what should have happened. It did not. It did not. We did this weird corrective sequence, and we just, I don't know. I think there was news here, to be honest, and it gave us a boost. I think somebody was telling me they had said they're only going to do a 50 BPS hike instead of 75 or something. I don't know. Whatever their fucking bullshit was, they said something. Bottom line is, whatever the hell they said, USDX started pumping hard. Okay, with a nice hard pump on USDX, everything fucking crashed, including cryptos. So, excuse me for expecting one more low on USDX and one more high on Bitcoin, right? I know this is twice in a row. We're not going to get our targets, but it is what it is, guys. You can hate me later, okay? What we do have is a nice setup. Well, let's explain what this was first. This is a nice little flat correction is all it is. And it's just a fucking ABC that turned into a flat correction. It happens. This is a sequence that is compatible for a C wave. We don't get to use the Fibonacci targets for this, unfortunately. It's just how it is. This ended up being a what do they call it? There you go. This was this. So, and that's all. No, wait. I'm sorry. I'm lying. There you go. Something's on my fucking mouse again. I hate when it does this. There you go. Alright. So, that's why we spilled out of this into this way. The reason why I also knew that we weren't really going to get far is that the divergence kept making lower lows here. You know, I mean, not the divergence, the RSI. Sorry, the RSI. Lower lows and higher highs. I mean, it's just, the RSI is a really good indicator because if there is going to be a break or a change, the RSI can tell you that this is how it's going to go. And we just failed, man. So, this is the ABC here. Remember I told you guys before that we're looking at you know, waves within waves within waves, right? So this is 1, 2, and this is going to be the impulse down. Now, the beginning of this impulse down is, well, guess what? Another fucking impulse. Okay? Wave 1 should probably end about here. And then we should get a bounce back up. I'd say almost to our zone there. 3, 4, 5. Sorry, let me put these down where they should be. Okay. So, we should get something like this. Remember I kind of showed you guys that graphic before? It was like all these impulse waves. Well, that's pretty much how this shit is going to fucking go, okay? Because right now, on these smaller frames, we already have, let's see, 1, 2, 3. Oh, and this is going to go probably to like here-ish. I'll measure all these out in a bit, okay? So don't kill me for getting some of this wrong if I do. So let's change this color. There you go. Right. So there's that one, and then we already have another one with inside this one, right? And this one gets to about here, and we should be done, right? Let's make this one like purple, right? I mean, you guys get the picture here, okay? Like, it's not a fucking secret, dude. So, this one actually I think is going to go a little bit lower. Like, yeah, 18. Somewhere in there. Whatever. And, of course, within this one. You guys are going to fucking kill me for this shit, dude. Within this one, there's... Hold on. I'm sorry. This one's a zigzag. My bad, Craig. Yeah, there's a zigzag within this. So, basically, because I saw this earlier, there's a correction right in the middle here. And if there's a correction in the middle of an impulse wave, it tells me that there's a zigzag. So let me try to remember the plot points real quick. Bear with me, motherfuckers. And I'm pretty sure it was here. Yeah, it was here on this wick from yesterday. Which is what I was fucking dealing with. I'm sorry. Here you go. And then there was a divergence down to here. Okay. So, and then we have a corrective structure, right? We also show that this is what we call a running diagonal. Okay, guys? So we have a nice, like, diagonal structure here. Let's see if I can do it right. Yes. Okay. So, we have the nice diagonal structure. It's called a running diagonal. And that makes this whole thing here I'm sorry. From here. This makes this whole thing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we'll make this a little bit more friendly color so you guys can see. Okay? There you go. Bang, bang. And there she is. Okay? Confused yet? Yeah. Good. I'm glad. basically, we're going to get a lot of chop in Bitcoin over the next couple of days. This is going to be all weekend action, guys. I'm going to go really fast now because I've been sitting here fucking around on Bitcoin for 6 fucking hours, and we're already in a 20-minute video. So, all right, bottom line is, we've got some pretty crazy movement on the indices. Indices are really simple here, guys. We're impulsing down. There's no other fucking way to describe it. So we're gonna make the 1. There's a 1 and a 2, and this 3 should end somewhere around 37.20, like right here. And then we should have a 4 and a 5 before we get a 3 waves full back here. Something like this, guys, to make a not up to 30. That was a little high. Okay, so we should get something like this. Okay, I know everybody just saw an inverse head and shoulders, and you probably went, "Oh my God, we're getting bullish." No, we're not. That's not how it's going to be. So we should have something like this, guys. In all seriousness, we should be looking at this, and then of course this is ultimately another big impulse wave. I know you guys love hearing me talk about impulse waves all the time. Here, we need to slide these over anyways. I'm going to delete this because it's in my way. This is over. Called my short from here, which is fine. And, you know, overall, this is wave 4. Oh, damn, what is getting... My stupid mouse. It's like, I think, like little gremlins come in here and mess with all my computer stuff, man. Really aggravates me. Sorry. Well, this is going to end up being something like this, guys. Okay. You know, and this is going to dip way lower, of course. Like, let's be realistic here. Okay. Like, this one's going to get deep. All right. So don't pay attention. I haven't charted these bottom end targets yet because I've just been focusing here, guys. Okay. So we're probably going to nest out a little bit, right? Don't be afraid. That's why we have some nice targets like down in this zone for closing these. Okay. I'm looking to just catch this run. We're not looking to, like, if you want to hold some ES through this, I would rather take my profits here, wait for the corrective sequence to play out, get a final target, and then we can do another red box up here. Okay, that's what I would much prefer, and it's going to be the same thing with NQ and RTY, guys. Okay, so I'll be releasing more of these targets later today, but we're going to have the exact same structure on these. They're all starting to run tandem now. Okay, so you know we're going to be looking at a 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to be looking at, you know, an A, B, and a C, and then like this. Okay, it's going to be the same structure as ES. I don't need to chart all 3 of these for you guys. Okay, the same structure here. Okay, the same fucking structure. Okay. It's the same shit. Finishing out an impulse wave, correcting up, and making wave 3. Okay, there is no fucking special thing there. That's what it's gonna fucking do. Okay, guys. So Ethereum was an interesting one yesterday. So let's talk about Ethereum real quick because a lot of people were asking me like, damn it, dude, I'm so stressed out about this mouse. I hate it when it skips across my screen. I'm like OCD with that shit, dude. I'm telling you. God, it's fucking with me, like big time. So let's look at the previous TA on this, okay? The proposed correction and making a double. We're gonna delete some of this. So here's the thing, okay? When we break, this is called a connector. When you have a WXY or an ABC, the second leg is always a connector, okay? When we break the connector, okay? When we break the connector, that's a pretty clear sign that this is not going to happen, like 99% sure. Okay, so I am going to delete this. There's not really a chance that we go up there anymore, guys. The only chance that I foresee happening is that we get a really nice reactive bounce somewhere soon, somewhere, okay, for this final little piece of the puzzle. Um, More than likely, the bounce is going to be next week. Um, I mean, this shit is another what? Uh, we have another impulse down here. Okay. Um, and I mean, it's not stopping, right? We should end this whole thing somewhere around like 900, I would bet. So, I mean, ETH can just keep going here. Okay, guys, before we get a nice 3 waves reactive bounce. So, and I'm not even saying that we're gonna get a 3 waves reactive bounce in here. Like, I'm not saying that that's a given. Okay, like I'm just telling you that typically after an impulse, that's what happens. Okay, and I'm sorry, this is wrong. Why the fuck is wrong with me? Why would I put that there? Okay, there you go. This also made a very shallow flat correction. Okay, there you go. 2 impulse up here, right? And then you've got another impulse, 1, 2, 3. Okay, like let's all say hi to this guy, right? So this 3, 4, 5, right? Like I won't even chart the bottom end of this. I just want to show you. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. So this is how shit's going to be going. I'm not even going to finish charting that, but I don't like it on my screen. So this is really where we're headed, guys. This is my next chance to get the big margin account out and short. So for anybody wondering, this is really what I'm looking for, is to finish all this chop out, and we can get a nice corrective bounce here on 2. Would be really amazing if the markets finally gave us an opportunity to short. Okay. With the big accounts, I mean, for now, this is what it is, bro. We got to let all the chop run out. I'll be looking at probably taking shorts. I'm not doing any longs. No fucking longs, guys, for me. Other analysts can call them. You guys can take them. Like, great. Have a good time. Enjoy yourself. Right now, impulsing down. I don't take longs. Okay. We talked about the same thing back here. When we're impulsing down here, I don't take longs. I don't try to scalp any of this long shit here, because it just can keep going and going and going. And I know a lot of guys tried to long here. That's what all these candles are, right? Like, these are reactions, people trying to long the market. Dude, you're not gonna cause this shit to bounce. Okay? It's not gonna bounce until it fucking bounces. You're not gonna figure it out. I promise you, you're not going to know when this is done. You won't know. I'm proposing these levels, but dude, this was supposed to be my stop level yesterday based on measurements. Okay, this is my stop level yesterday for measurements. Look at what happened. I could have grabbed a bunch more of my trade. We missed all this, but I don't see it as we missed it. Personally, I see it as, I had a measured move. We started a trade. We ended a trade. We took our profits, so we got out. This is an additional move that we couldn't account for with the trading style. Okay, there was no way I could, like last night, like cover this up. Here, look, let's put that off the screen. Okay, last night, this is how your screen looked. Okay, just like this. There's no way to know that this is a leading diagonal based on this information. There's no way to know that this is a leading diagonal based on this information. Okay? There's no way to know that. I wish I could. I wish this was plenty of information for me to know that we're gonna fucking just go blah. Okay? But it's not. This is a leading diagonal that we failed here. We did see the short coming here, but we should have touched outside of the channel and had a small correction to retest the bottom of this channel. Okay? Is really what should have happened. Instead, we're super leaking down, like way leaking down. We're going to come retest the channel, finally get back up and into it. The correction is going to do a little fake out. We're going to get above the channel, and then we're going to drop out again. Okay? I mean, that's just how this is going to work the fuck out. Okay? Test, break, push above, failure, gone. Okay? So, like, there's no way based on this block that I would have known that we're going to dive this far. You can't know that until certain waves play out and you can measure the rest of these moves. Okay? So, give me a fucking break, guys. I wish I could call every play perfectly, but it just doesn't work out that way. So, now LTC, we did a pretty good job. I'm not going to lie. On Litecoin, we did a really good job. Because our take profit on Litecoin was 50.5. Okay. So, this one, we pretty much fucking sniped. That's a nice trade. That's a really nice trade, guys. Unleveraged, 6.22%. I'll take it all fucking day. Okay. So, that was a really nice little trade. Now, all the shit that I talked on LTC. Let me eat some crow here. Okay. Because the one thing I didn't account for amidst all my yappity yapping, the one thing I didn't account for and I didn't look at was this simple. Okay. It was that simple. And this is a valid correction. I was so focused on my top end targets that I didn't account for this being a correction. And look, we rejected perfectly from the channel. I even talked about it in my videos. Well, this channel held this price this whole time. Why did I think that we were going to break it here? I should have taken this into account. But at the same time, there's nothing that said that we should have shorted this with our big account. It's not a full extension of the larger correction that we were seeing at the time. Now, hindsight's 2020, we can go back and say, yes, this is this type of correction. Unfortunately, before, we had like a setup like this, okay, which we were reaching way up here, right? Like, but even this, it just didn't seem realistic at the time. But you have your 3 waves here for a B, you have a 3 wave up for this. The problem with this, and the reason why it was hard to spot, is because this one actually started with, this was 1. Okay? That's why this was hard to spot. It's a really funky 5 wave. And so that's what made this hard to spot, because for a C, you have to have a 5 wave sequence. Okay? This ended up being a really funky 5 wave. And I had to sit down and break down a lot of the internals last night on this. But bottom line is, that's the ABC. That's what happened. It was hard to see because this didn't like impulse all the way. It didn't complete. So it wasn't a standard like, oh, this looks impulsive, blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't know. Anyways. So we rejected here, guys. We rejected here. And it's fine. This is also, wave 2, right? Where is let's see. Yeah, I think this is, there you go. Now, I don't necessarily know how deep Litecoin is going to go. Okay, we may get some Earth's core shit out of Litecoin. What I'm waiting for right now is these waves to develop, just like Bitcoin and Ethereum. Waiting for these waves to finish playing out. Because within this 3rd wave, okay, within the 3rd wave, as always, we have one of these, right? And then there's going to be right. So, I mean, let's just not forget that this is more than likely what we're going to be seeing over the next, oh, I don't know, 2 weeks. So, call it what you will, guys. It's all bearish. I'll do a video tomorrow and I'll release it for you guys. The video tomorrow, it will cover long range targets. Where do we end up? Total outlooks for cryptos and indices. But for right now, you know, bearish as fuck. We're still in index shorts. USDX is still going to the moon. It's crazy. We're still building the scalp account. Cryptos are still dying. Like, what else do you want from me, guys? That's about all I have for today. So it's been a long enough video. Hope you guys have all been watching carefully and paying attention. Like I said, I'll do my low end targets on the cryptos here in the next 24 hours. I'll release them tomorrow morning when I have better coffee. This coffee sucks today. I'm gonna go back and buy my original one. Tried some new one today at a recommendation of a friend, and as of right now, he's not my friend anymore because this coffee sucks and I'm not waking up and I'm pissed. So, all right, guys. Thanks for watching. Sorry for the long video. Peace, love, chicken grease.